Hello, I'm Tessie Liu. I'm Director of Undergraduate Studies for the Gender and Sexuality Studies program. I'm very glad you're here to find out more about our program. We are going to go through some of the main background material today, but I thought for a quick reference, probably the easiest way to find out more about us is to go to our first year focus page on the GSS webpage. So what I'm going to do is share my screen with you so you could see that page. I'm going to move my picture over here. And so you see here, we are at first year focus, and it says, welcome class of 2024. We will be having a virtual chat with your questions about the program on September 2nd at noon. But in the meantime, in order to give yourself some background information, I hope you'll scroll down the page as I'm going to show you now with some greetings from the director, from me, and from the director of graduate studies. Now, a good place to start finding out about the program is this very short video that we made a couple of years ago about the program. I highly recommend starting here. It is a place where you'll see some students, you'll see some GSS classrooms, you'll meet some students who will tell you about what they enjoy about the program, what they're passionate about, what they've learned. You'll see what kind of community we are. And also, you will also meet a couple of alum who will tell you what they've done with their degree after leaving Northwestern with their GSS major, and some of them with their GSS minor. So it's a highly informative and a great place to start. Now, you'll want to know what kind of courses we're offering this year. So let me first start with the first year, with the first classes that are good for first year students. All our courses are suitable for distribution requirements, so that while you're exploring gender and sexuality studies classes, you'll be able to fulfill many different areas of your distros, and it's a very good way to explore the curriculum, as well as finding out more about these various subjects to see if this is something that you too feel impassioned about. I want to draw your attention to several of our 200 level courses offered this year. You see on this part of the page, we have listed all our courses, and over all 3 quarters, we have in the fall 2 of our gateway classes: sexual subjects, introduction to sexuality studies, and traditions and feminist thought. Also another gateway class to the major or minor. Now, both of these courses are designed as introductory courses, but they are also courses that bring in a lot of different perspectives, and the professors and teaching assistants are more than eager to direct you to other classes as well. If you click on these links, you'll find descriptions and times for the courses. Now in winter, we're going to have one 100 level class of a college seminar called Imagining the Internet, Fiction, Film, and Theory, and 2 200 level classes. One is a course that we've taught many times called Language and Gender, that is based in methods of linguistics. And we're introducing a new course this year called Introducing Trans Cinema. In spring, we'll have another 100 level class, Gender and Sexuality Studies in the Archives, that will take you into the Northwestern Special Collection and Archives. So terrific class for getting some firsthand research experience. And then a class that we often teach called Gender, Politics, and Philosophy, which is gender studies and political philosophy taught with the philosophy department. And another new class that we're offering this year is Beyond the Binary, Transgender and Race. So this is just the beginnings of the courses that we offer. If you go scroll up to the top of the page, you'll see a tab for courses 2020-21. When you open the page, you'll see all the classes we're offering this year. And if there is a 300 level class that really grabs your attention and you've always wanted to take a class like that, I would say if you're a first year student, to email the professor or to email me, and we can talk about whether or not the course would be appropriate, and that can be very easily determined. And we certainly recommend that beyond the first quarter that many students take 300 level classes. And our classes generally don't have prerequisites, and we welcome everyone and all perspectives. So if you're also thinking about how to get started with a major or a minor, the major and minor require 2 core classes: sexual subjects and traditions of feminist thought. Then majors are required to take 2 more theory classes: queer theory and feminist theory. And then they take 7 courses in gender and sexuality studies at the 200, 300, and sometimes some undergraduates will take 400 level classes, that is our graduate classes, later on in their program. Other requirements are for related classes from departments or programs that are usually cross-listed or co-listed with gender studies. Minors take the 2 gateway classes and take 5 other courses in gender and sexuality studies of their choosing. Now, we ask students to distribute themselves across different disciplines because gender and sexuality studies ultimately is an interdisciplinary program. We draw faculty and students from a variety of departments and programs across the university. And our students often double major or have majors and minors in other departments, combining things as like English with GSS, or sociology with GSS, or history. Others very popular programs is science and human culture, global health studies, and legal studies, and American studies and Asian American studies, and so on. So you could see that gender and sexuality studies pairs with many different sets of interests, including psychology, and many of our students are pre-med, but others are budding filmmakers, others are actors, others are deep in the study of history or English or political theory. So our program is incredibly diverse and welcomes all sorts of academic interests. And also, I want to show you some of our resources that shows you the varieties of kinds of activist organizations, volunteer opportunities, and organizations that aim to mobilize, that help to solve problems. And other resources that I want to show you are, for example, our links to the Center for Awareness and Responsive Education, Gender and Sexuality Resource Center, Multicultural Student Affairs, and the Women's Center. So that's a very quick overview. And as I said, I would really recommend that you start with our short video, What is Gender and Sexuality Studies? And I'm sure you'll have many questions. And as you think about the many questions, note them down. You can either email me at t-liu@northwestern.edu, or you can actually come to our video chat on Wednesday, September 2nd at noon. And I hope to see you there. Bye for now.